Think about these things before asking someone for advice. Hey there, I hope you're doing awesome. Before we make a decision, it's totally understandable that we want to ask people for advice and hear what other people have to say before we make that decision. However, it's important to think about a couple things before we ask for advice. First, we have to consider context. Oftentimes, the people we go to for advice, they don't have all the relevant information to help them give you that good advice. They don't have all the history, all the background, all the moving parts that are in your particular situation. And so the advice that they give us, it's going to be skewed towards their perception of what's going on and also on their past, their history, their situation, and their experiences in life. Here's an example. When I was running a marketing consulting company, I was in this online marketing world and I started venturing out into different revenue streams. So I had my consulting company, and then I was also doing these other projects online, and it wasn't necessarily my wheelhouse. And so I wanted to get advice. And so I went to one of my friends, and his business was online courses. That's all he did, online courses. And then my other friend that I reached out to, he was in affiliate marketing, both very successful in the online world, overall, the online world. And when I went to them for advice, guess what the person who does online courses said I should do? He said I should do online courses, of course. And of course, the person that does affiliate marketing, he was making his case for why I really needed to focus on affiliate marketing. And it's only because that's their background, that's their experience. And by the way, they were both killing it in those fields in their business. And so that was the advice that they gave to me. Not that it was bad advice or good advice, it was just advice that I was getting. And in my particular situation, they really didn't understand what I was trying to do, where I wanted to go, and also how much time and resources I had to devote to that particular goal of mine. And so I had to think through some of that stuff. Which brings me to my second point. Who are we getting advice from? This is really important. We need to get advice from people who have been where we want to go. They've achieved something that we are trying to achieve. They have a better understanding of our background, of the things that we've probably gone through to get to the point where we are at now, which is why we need the advice to move forward. So we need to reach out to those people. Those people, they have better context for helping us to make that great decision. I can't tell you how many times friends of mine have told me they've gotten advice from a spouse, a significant other, or a friend on something specific they're trying to achieve in their life. And they've gotten a lot of resistance. They've gotten a lot of, why are you even trying that? It's too hard. And it's kind of brought them down. They were asking for advice to be lifted up, and it brought them down. And so I would ask them about that particular person and say, well, what dreams are they going after? And usually the answer is, oh, they're not. So if that person isn't going after their dreams or their goals in life, they are definitely not going to encourage you to go after yours. We have to really protect the decisions that we make. We need to go after and get advice from people who have done the things that we're trying to do so that they can give us the best advice to help us make the best decision in order to move forward. Another thing to consider before asking for advice is to be really clear on if you want advice or you want validation. So often we kind of already have the decision in our mind. We know which way we want to go, and we don't really want advice. We kind of just want someone to validate that our decision is right, that we are moving in the right direction. And there's nothing wrong with that. We just have to be clear about it, because when we are honest with ourselves, then it helps us choose who we're going to reach out to. A great example is I know who to call in my life. When I want validation and I want someone to tell me, yep, you've made the right decision, go for it. I have this group, I have a couple of girlfriends that I have in mind because they're always encouraging me, and they never quite challenge me on some of these decisions. They always think that, yep, you've made the right decision. And it's just it's just a light and fluffy, airy conversation. Then there's another person in my life, a couple of them, but I'm thinking of one in particular, where he will alter my decision. He will always question the direction that I want to go, help me see things a little bit differently. And that's not to say that I'm going to change my mind, and it's not to say that I'm going to go with what he might advise me to. But it really stretches me, it really pushes me, and it really helps me to gain a little bit more clarity around the decision that I'm trying to make. And so we have to be really clear on that. If we're asking people for advice, be honest with yourself. Do you want true advice, or do you just want validation? I hope you found these ideas helpful and you can use them before you have to make your next decision and possibly ask for advice. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like it. And also, I would love to hear from you, so comment below and let me know your thoughts. I also invite you to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss more videos just like this. I will see you next time.